Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a video for my 3-year riding anniversary. I thought that I would do a little bit of a transformation video, kind of inspired by the one that Justine Palmer did, however many years ago that was now. But basically today we're going to be going over my progress over the 3 years that I have been riding, so let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into the first one. This first photo is from my first ever lesson on Lexi, and this is a video of me trotting on a lunch line. At first I didn't really have much balance. Before this I had been at a couple camps, but these are just videos of me trotting Lexi. I'm still learning how to trot, even though I had ridden before. It was like at camps, and at camps kind of just throw you up on a horse and you hope for the best. So these clips of me on Lexi were for some of my first ever riding lessons. This was summer of 2020. I'm pretty sure this is. I think this is June of 2020. And then this is when Lexi decided she was done with me and wanted to leave the arena. After the lovely Lexi came Oliver. Oliver was my next move up horse. This video of my ride on Oliver was the first time that I ever had Hillary as my instructor, as Cheryl was away. At this point, I was a little bit better with posting and definitely a lot softer in my hands, which is why Oliver and I got along, because he doesn't like anyone pulling on his face. So that was really great. And then while I was still riding Oliver, I also started riding with my little sister, and she rode Wrangler. Oliver was the first horse that I cantered on, and once my instructor saw that I could canter by an accident, I started riding Willie so that I could develop my canter on a horse that had a bit of a smoother stride for learning how to canter. After riding Willie, which was in December, I actually was unable to ride until June of 2021 because the barn had to shut down all lessons in the winter and spring sessions because of COVID. So after that closure, I picked back up again. After Willie came Wrangler, who I got to canter on, and after Wrangler came Major, who I did only unfortunately get to canter a couple times during the summer. And during the summer, while I was riding Major, I also rode Cooper and Chase at camps. With Chase, I completed my Equestrian Canada Rider Level 1 test. After the summer, I started basically only riding Major with a couple of other horses sprinkled in, like Topaz and Santasia. And with Major, I got to help develop my canter a lot, and I started taking lessons with Hillary as my actual instructor, not just an instructor that filled in a couple of times. Major and I had a couple of good moments there, but we were still building our relationships, so we did have a lot of miscommunications in the beginning. When I started up again in the new year, I had a couple privates with Major and Hillary before I got back to group lessons again. When I got back to group lessons, I did not ride Major right away. I rode Santasia for a little bit while somebody else in my group rode Major, and then I rode Teddy when he was a new horse in the barn who needed a little bit of extra schooling and a little bit of extra riding, and they were both great horses for helping me develop my seats and aids. After Teddy and Santa, I started to ride Major again. I did forget to mention earlier, but in December of 2021, we are now in about April-May of 2022, I completed my Equestrian Canada Rider Level 2 tests, and at this point I was working on my Rider 3 tests. I then rode Oliver again when someone was away that usually rode him, so I'd get back on him, see what I knew, see if I could canter him better now, which I could. After my little fun ride on Oliver, I started solely riding Major again because I was going to do a show on him. The kind of show that Major and I did was a video dressage test, so we did a dressage test. My instructor took a video, and she sent it in. We prepared for this for a couple weeks, trying to get our canter really good and down. My seat was getting a lot better at this point and really developing. We were going to do the walk, trot, canter open division. So we were practicing hard at our canter, and at this point Major did start to trip a little bit in canter, which always caught me by surprise. It's also when I captured this, which is like one of my favorite videos of Major and I ever, because he just follows me around like a puppy dog, and he still does that to this day. And then we actually did the show. Major and I ended up placing second in this show, beating a couple of other people at my barn, and it was just a really fun experience overall. After my show on Major, I was done lessons for the summer, except for this week of camp that I did, where I got to jump for the first time. This is the only video that I have of myself riding for that entire week. This was Friday, and we were doing a little course. This was Miss Bonnie, and I had so much fun that week, and this is really what started the search again for a barn that did jumping, because I realized, oh my gosh, I still am really interested in jumping, and I definitely like it now. So let's start looking for a barn. After the summer, we did not immediately find me a jumping barn, so I continued my lessons back at Teed, where I first rode Major for a couple months, and then I got on Oliver again, because it's always good to throw a little Ollie in there because he's such a good boy. And then I rode Opie for the remainder of the year. And if you've watched my previous videos, you know that Opie and I had our good moments and we had our bad moments. The next winter, by January, we had found me a jumping barn, which is Daisy Meadows, where I ride now. So for the first 3 months of the year, I rode at Daisy Meadows and I rode at Teed, which was a lot, 2 lessons every night. For the Teed ones, I started on OP, went terribly, tried to throw me into a gate. And then I switched on to Major for the rest of all of my Teed lessons ever. And then at Daisy, I kind of basically just rode everyone so that I could get used to all of the brand new horses there. After riding at Daisy Meadows and Teed for a while, I found my first favorite horse, a horse that I really enjoyed riding at Daisy Meadows, and that was Monty. I had 4 lessons on Monty and ended up doing a dressage show on him, and in this time I continued riding Major, and right after I had my first show on Monty, I had my last ride on Major. I was very happy that I got to ride at Major for as long as I did, but it was very emotional and very sad for me to have to leave him, so I was happy to have done that show with Monty, because it was like, I can do good things at Teed. I can have, DME, Daisy Meadows. I can have confidence at Daisy Meadows, because after January of both barns, I had a really low confidence knock, and leaving Teed was like really worrying me. Leaving Major, because I trusted Major. So doing that show with Monty and doing well at that show with Monty gave me the confidence that I needed to keep going at Daisy Meadows. Since that show with Monty, I have just been continuing to ride every horse I get given at Daisy Meadow and trying to find my place and my confidence there. I had my first fall at Daisy Meadows off of Mr. Felix. I had a couple pretty bad rides, but I am still a learning rider. So in these past couple months and in the coming months, I've been working on my confidence, my strength as a rider, and my jumping position. So enjoy some clips of that. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing videos from me riding for the past 3 years. I cannot believe that it has been that long. I do apologize that the video is a little bit long, but it's really hard to condense 3 years into a short video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!